Good morning, everybody, and today is a very special day because, as you guys know, I get sidetracked very easily, and I surprised my little brother Ethan with a set of 26s and 38s from our boys over at TIS and Venom Power Tires, and this truck now literally looks insane. Like, you could stand on top of the tire, and honestly, you could probably eat like your dinner on it. You thought about it? Just eat tacos off the tire. But anyways, we surprised him with these, and obviously, Jane is always at my house, and I can't have stock wheels in my driveway anymore. So he is up at Redbud Motocross track up in Buchanan, Michigan for like the last 6 days, partying with his friends. The old 2G had to stay here because it still is a second gen. We have to get it highway drivable. Yeah, highway drivable. And the one way to change that is we surprised Ethan with 26s and 38s. That leaves me no other option but to surprise Jaden with them, right? So got the 26s and 35 1550s. Again, TIS wheels and Venom Power tires. I went with not so much of an aggressive tire as Ethan is on these. As you can see, it's a very like low profile, but still like a mud profile type of tire. And then we also have a whole box of rock lights from Glow Gang to install on his truck. As you guys can see, we literally have, a whole box of them. Wheel spacers, because you know the truck's got to be stupidly wide. An air dog fuel system we can throw on it. What else do we have here? That's a lift. That's an air compressor. We got a sump. We can throw a sump on it today. And get this thing to where it runs and drives perfect. And when he comes home, his truck is a lot better than it was when he left. So what I'm going to do is back this truck into my garage, because right now it's like 7 a.m. and it's not 100 degrees out, and I just want to get this done because I don't want to sweat all day. So let me find the keys to his truck, and hopefully this thing starts up first kick, because it'd be a bad day if I had dead batteries. I have to stand inside the weeds to get it to start. Keys are in it. So I think what I'll start with is the sump, because I want to get covered in diesel once, and go figure this thing has like 3/8 of a tank, and I'm going to get soaked in diesel. Although I learned when you're doing a sump and you're drilling the tank, if you put a bag over the drill, then poke the bit through, you don't get covered in diesel fuel, because it's 4th of July today and we're working. And the last thing I want to do is be covered with diesel fuel on the 4th of July. So there we have the sump. That's very, very easy to install. And then right here, this is what works the magic. So right now, it has an older air dog fuel system on it. And I was just gonna swap out the pumps, but you know what? Nothing beats brand new wiring, a brand new fuel hose, and their newest 5G fuel system. So right here, this is AirDog 2-5G. So 165 pump. I believe the pump that is on the truck now is a 100. I could be wrong, actually. I could probably just look. Yeah, it's an FP-100 that's on the truck. Hey, it works. I mean, I don't know the condition of what they've ran fuel-wise through this truck. So what we're going to do now is get the fuel system all installed. It is very easy to install these kits. I do them a little bit differently. I don't usually use these mounts on the truck, but I think on this one I will, because we are going to eventually probably end up frame offing this thing, and then when the frame off happens, then we'll mount everything 100% perfect how I like. I like hiding the fuel system, but you know, Jaden is a 17-year-old child, and you know, he wants to be able to drive down the road and everybody see this thing just hanging down off the side of the truck, because then they know it's fast. You know, if you have an AirDog fuel system on your truck makes 10,000 horsepower, especially if it's second gen. Ask me, I know, I've acted like I've had 1,000 horsepower, but really I just have a wastegate that's welded shut and a P pump that is max to the moon. I didn't know 12 valve like probably 5 years ago. 12 valve, 5-speed, dually, extended cab long bed, second gen, and the P pump was cranked literally to the moon. It had a fuel system on it. I welded the wastegate shut and took the air intake off it so it sounded like it was compound turboed, and it ripped. It ripped so hard that I blew it up on the side of the interstate, and that's the last thing we want to do with this truck. So let's go ahead and start getting this all installed on the truck. Then after we get the AirDog and stuff installed, we'll go ahead and start installing some rock lights on it and wheels and tires. Shout out to Glow Gang, hooking us up with rock lights. We might leave this project for Jaden. That way he still has something to do on the truck. We'll just give him a bag of these and he'd be literally ecstatic. You know, he'll have a second gen. Every teenager's dream truck. He'll have beautiful 26s and 35s, 2-inch spacers. Although I just noticed that this looks like it's only 2 spacers. Correct. So we got to get 2 more. I probably have a box of them somewhere or at the shop. I have spacers everywhere. But yeah, let's get this fuel system installed and get the truck back up and running again, because once we disconnect all this, we're going to bleed the fuel system and all that nonsense. But number one thing is the sump, because this truck runs out at 1/4 of a tank. It's no longer 7 a.m. and it's hot again, but we got an AirDog going on, so that means it's a good day. Now, very simple to install these. Literally set it on the mount, plug in your fuel hoses, plug in your harness, and it's done. We also went ahead and got the sump installed. Don't mind it is dripping fuel out on my floor, unfortunately. We should probably grab a bucket so the fuel stops pouring all over the place. Buckets laying everywhere. And now we can save diesel. Look at that. Drip by drip, we'll have 10 gallons in 10 years. I feel like the wheel and tire days never end. But got the AirDog fuel system all installed. We still have to add some more fuel to the tank, but I thought, you know what? Let's put the wheel and tires on first. So I'm like dying to see how it looks. Once we get the wheels and tires on, we'll go to the gas station, throw some fuel inside the tank on the 3rd gen, come back, fill up this truck, get it to start, and then what else we gotta do? Jet skis. Rock lights, I'm thinking. Or we just give him rock lights to do himself. As you can see, out with the old and with the new. This is definitely you versus the guy she chose not to worry about. He's not gonna know how to act with these wheels and tires on this truck. He's gonna lose his marbles. It actually looks sick. And it's not even on its space, look how wide it is. Ta-da! As you can see, I got the wheels and tires on the truck. And actually for a 2614 and a 1550, it looks like it has a spacer on it. Like, come on, look how wide this is. Don't mind the bed. We are in the process of replacing this, but it's like Ethan's truck. I mean, Ethan's truck is obviously on a 38 1550 and a 3-inch spacer. It's obnoxious. Jaden has no business with that. So, like I was saying, there are 26 by 14 TIS 544 BMs wrapped inside of a 35 1550 Terra Hunter RT Plus from Venom Power Tires. Truck already had a 5-inch exhaust. I threw an exhaust tip on it for him. And then if you guys come over here, we went ahead and got the sump all installed because the truck did run out at a 1/4 tank of fuel when we got it. And now there's a beautiful AirDog sump on it. Shout out to our boys over at AirDog for coming through, hooking us up. We also got their newest 165 AirDog fuel system on it. Got that all mounted up, all new hoses, lines, the whole 9. The truck runs a lot better actually because he had the AirDog on it. That was like one of their first ones that ever came out. Obviously over the years, AirDog keeps coming out with better and better products, and AirDog is the only company I choose to fuel any of my builds. So if you guys are interested in AirDog, head over to the website, order you one, and you won't regret it. It's literally the best fuel system. I have an AirDog on this truck, Ethan's red truck, the Mega Cab, the big truck. Pretty much every vehicle I've ever had gets an AirDog instantly. And right now we have 1, 2, we have 5 AirDogs just sitting at the house on vehicles. The 3rd gen, 2nd gen, the 4th gen, the 3rd gen. AirDog's the only way to go, but I was just thinking about it actually. We have a lot of TISs at the house. There's 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 wheels in the driveway, and the 3rd gen's out back that has 6 wheels. There's 26 TIS wheels here. That's insane. All right, so Jaden is about to pull up. He just got back in town. I told him to park in the backyard because the driveway was packed. He won't think anything of it. Now, I'm probably going to close the garage door because then he'll come in the side door of the garage thinking we're inside there. I'm going to open up the front door, or open up the garage door, I should say, and surprise him. Now, you guys may be wondering as well, a little side thing we'll talk about while he's on his way here is why it has 2 different color parts on it. I really don't know. They're rust-free. The cab is literally as solid as it gets. There's no rust whatsoever besides the bed. That's not the original bed that's off the truck. So that will get replaced. I would say dually swap it, but, you know, it's now got massive 26s on it. But anyways, I got a buddy who has the silver parts for the truck that he said he would trade Jaden. So give him that option, and his truck can be all silver until he gets it painted. But yeah, lift turned out sweet. If you guys look down here, we actually made an adjustable panhard bar setup with Heims on both ends, a nice bracket off the frame. That eliminates the factory like ball joint that goes onto the frame from the factory. New Pitman arm, new shocks, sway bar drops, the whole 9 for the entire lift kit. Shout out to Rough Country for coming through and hooking us up with the lift. And overall, if you guys come back here, the truck looks pretty sweet, minus the 2 different colors, but or 3 I should say, but it does add character. What do you say, Ethan? Looks sick?
Yeah.
Not a bad truck for a 17-year-old still in hall school. I mean, he does get to pull up to school on 26s here in about a month when he goes back. And now what? Should we just give him the boat in the video? I got this boat over there. You guys can see. We should put the boat on the back of the truck and give him the boat. Actually, no, Jason's got no business with the boat. The jet ski's fine. We have like 4 jet skis now. Yeah, we'll give him a jet ski, and we'll give him the boat, and we'll give him the monster trucks. You ought to give him your 3rd gen, honestly. I mean, if we're giving away everything, I'd give him the dog's toy on the ground. But yeah, I'm waiting for Jaden to pull up. Want to see his reaction. He was pretty like shocked when I gave him the last dually, but I think he's gonna be pretty geeked with this. Should be pretty cool. All right, Mr. Jaden, well, here's your water. Got you a little special box right here. As you can see, you know, you're probably gonna want those. You know what they are? Rock lights. Well, I mean, you haven't seen the best part. You might get shit in your pants. Honestly, you know, I like surprising people. So, you kind of gotta...
God damn. Oh my God.
You kind of gotta come in on 6s now.
Holy. Dude, those things are massive.
What do you think?
Oh my God, I love them.
Put it this way. He spent more money on the lift than he would to paint your fucking door.
Jaden, you gotta get the door painted still, but you got 26s on it. And that's with no spacer.
And
Look how wide it
is
is.
that he 12 valve slot.
Dude, that thing is wide.
Over here, obviously you had an air dog on it. The air dog worked fine that was on it, but we always gotta upgrade everything on every vehicle. Brand new air dog, and it won't run out of gas and quarter tank anymore, so you run it all the way down to the bottom. So 26s, air dog. You got a wide truck now, it's lifted. What's your next plan with it?
Bed.
A bed.
Paint.
Why do you need a bed, Jaden?
I don't like the color.
You don't like the color? You rather put like a pink bed on
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Just, you don't like the color. But, yeah, get a new bed for it. Probably get a new back door. See, this door has a little bit dent inside of it. But this is like probably one of the cleanest, lowest mile 2nd gens I've personally had. And as you guys can see,
It's a mess.
it has the iPad dash inside of it. The iPad's dead though. Shout out to T-King for coming through with the iPad dash. And yeah, shout out to TIS as well. Venom, Calvin, and everybody that was involved inside this build. You now have a lifted Cummins on 6s. And he just don't put injectors inside of it.
Oh, 150s.
Okay.
150s next week.
Yeah, so what do you think?
I like them, thank you.
You're welcome. Jaden's got this new thing in mind. You know, I put an exhaust tip on it, but then Garrett comes over and, you know, he always got something up his sleeve. I guess his, oh my God, that is not going on it. This?
No,
That's
that's what it is.
What is this?
It's an elbow.
8-inch elbow.
A 5 to 8 inch elbow he's putting on his Ford. And I guess Jaden is now taking, oh, the fart can. It's like what Kyle had on his truck before. Well, you might as well go grab a wrench and
Axle dump it too.
and put it on the truck. Guess we should move vehicles around first. is so loud?
A 10-inch.
It looks cool. It's loud.
Claps like a 6.0.
It does sound like a 6.0 when you just came down the road with it. Got the new exhaust tip on the truck, and now your truck's very loud. But I have one more thing to do today before this video ends, and that is a product from my boys over at Last Fit. Now, if you guys didn't know, I've been working with Last Fit for quite a while now. I love their products. I have their floor liners inside of all of my vehicles. The Mega Cab has the bed liner inside of it from them, and all their products are literally awesome. But one of my top favorite products right now is right here inside this box. So they offer, like I was saying, bed liners, floor mats, tailgate mats, air compressors, jump starters for your vehicle if your batteries go dead. But the air compressor is by far right now my favorite product that they offer. Here we have our X4 dual cylinder air compressor. This thing is literally a monster, and it's very easy to use it. So open up the box, take off the styrofoam that is inside of it. Comes in a very nice carrying case. Open it up. You have a very long air hose that hooks up to basically anything. You have the compressor itself. They also give you a brand new pair of gloves, which you can never go wrong with a brand new pair of gloves. And it's this simple to use it. So we're gonna back Jaden's truck up really quick, and that tire on the little Nissan parts getter is low. I'm gonna show you guys how quick this thing airs up because it's insane. It'll literally air up any tire. I've aired up all those tires with it before when they go low. And today we're gonna air up that tire. And if you guys are interested inside of any of these products, click the link in the description below. Just do it now, order yourself one. You will not regret it. Okay, now it's this simple. As you can see right here, it has a little clamp that you clamp onto your battery on your vehicle. We'll start it right here. Got ground, power, it is on. I'm gonna grab the air hose. It comes with this nice quick connect fitting that you can screw right onto here to quickly attach it right to your valve stem. I've actually used this compressor a lot, like almost on a daily basis now. Plug it in just like your regular air hose on any other compressor you might have. Come over here. What should we set these tires to? What is like the PSI rating on them, you'd think? Like 50 maybe? 40? Hook it up. We got 7.8 PSI inside of it. We'll set her to 45. Click the button on. Just like that, 11. Airs up very fast for such a portable compressor. 40. I was gonna stop, check the pressure. 43. 45 PSI. Look at that. Like I was saying, if you guys are interested inside of any of these awesome products, click the link down in the description below and just go get yourself one. It is literally the best thing ever. And like I was saying, they also offer floor mats, bed liners, tailgate mats, headlight bulbs, a whole variety of products on their website. But with that being said, that is going to end today's video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.